on, guys? I'm doing a video on cheat days. This is something, if you've been on a diet, you probably struggled with this. You got the way society works today. You're going to have family events. You're going to have friends. 99.9% of your friends aren't going to be on the same diet as you. They're not actually going to understand that, you're trying to lean out. You're trying to hold on to that muscle. And you can't be spending those excess calories, your proteins, your fats, and your carbs on random shit throughout the day. Let's say you got a 7-day week and you kick ass 5 or 6 days out of the week. Let's say you're on a calorie deficient diet. You're trying to cut, you're trying to lose weight, you did great. You just kicked ass for 5 days, or let's say 6 days in a row. The 7th day rolls around. Dinner's coming. You have an opportunity to completely munch out. Your family's there, your girlfriend's there. You either eat this plate or you're an asshole that doesn't like your grandma's food. Let's say you ate good for 6 days. In the mirror, you're flawless. You just destroyed that week. Let's say day 7 comes around, you're meeting your girlfriend's parents for the first time. They make you some carblicious spaghetti and some freaking white flour bread. It's a beautiful thing, right? You're either going to eat this meal or you're going to be the asshole to your girlfriend and her parents. And this is something that comes up, guys, whether you go to a friend's house, whether it's a family event. With my experience in losing weight and dieting, I would kick ass for 6-7 days. Each and every cheat meal that I did have that really was a cheat meal, there really was all-out cheat meal, just random shit, put me anywhere between 1 to 2 days behind. So for example, 6 days perfect, 6 minus 2, you got 4 days. You're 2 days behind, guys. If you do this for a month, you're 8 days behind. You're a week and a day behind just by implementing these cheat days into your diet. It's not something that you do want to get used to. If I was happy with my results in the mirror, flawless, then you know what? You deserve that cheat day. When you do cheat, you do have those sugars, the sodium that you usually don't have in your diet is going to be spiked. You're going to be craving that over the next 1 to 3 days, depending on how hard you hit it during that meal. And that's something that, that tolerance that you build up the first 6-7 days of being flawless is going to be back. You're going to be craving those old things. Even just having, for example, high sodium, all that high sodium is going to trigger those cravings in your mind to crave all those weird shit that you used to. If your main goal is to burn fat, lose weight, trim down, lean out, whatever it may be, anything to do with weight loss, guys, then those cheat meals, whether you want to hear it or not, they are going to hurt you. They're going to put you behind. Let's say you're climbing a ladder. There's 20 different steps in this ladder. Let's say you're on step 14. You just had a cheat meal. Take 2 steps down. Why the fuck would you ever take 2 steps down when you're trying to get to the top? It doesn't make any sense, guys, but I understand shit does come up. I'll toss a link to my protein fruit salad up here. This is a cheat meal that I used during my diet, and I absolutely loved it. What it was fruit, protein powder, nuts, and Walden Farms products. And basically what happened is I got my carbs, I got my fats, and I got my proteins. It's a complete meal. I destroyed my macros. And what am I using? I'm using 0-calorie sauces to basically say, hey, I just had my sweets and my sodium right there. My cravings are done, and I'm still hitting my macros. I'm still leaning out for this. If I didn't do the prep work for that meal, I would have screwed up way more often. When your mind's going crazy, the first thing you do is you grab a glass or a jug or whatever you have, a water bottle, and you pound the shit out of that water. You need to fill the void in your stomach that you have when you have those cravings. Eventually, your stomach's going to say, alright, I guess we're full. Water's a natural suppression. It's something that we can really use and benefit from. Watch one of those starving African commercials if you have to. Just realize that, we're fortunate, and those cheat meals should go to those African kids. When you're doing all the prep work for your cheat meals, let's say you have all the fruit in your fridge and it's just sitting there. You realize that there's a bucket of fucking ice cream from whoever else lives in your house, and there's all your fruit there, all the Walden Farms stuff. You really have to be a true fat ass to have the healthy option and then the shitty one. And when I say true fat ass, I mean 99% of the world was going to pick the ice cream. And that's just something that you got to realize. Do I want to look sexy as fuck next summer, or do I want to be a fat ass? It's completely up to you, guys. This is my personal take on cheat meals, and I hope it can help some of you guys out. If you have any questions, hit me up below and I'll get back to you. Thanks for watching.
And that's something like, that's what those videos are meant for.